So for that warm-up, you decoded today is a good day. What you're going to do now, Troy, is you're going to choose a friendly little message, 3 or 4 words maybe. Then you're going to pick a number from 1 to 10, and you're going to use that to encode your message.
What does this have to do?
You'll see. You are then going to give it to a partner to decode. Wait till, don't tell them the rule. We'll see if they can figure it out. And then if it's taking a little while, I say, okay, give them the rule, and then we'll figure them out, okay? So I'll write one up here in a moment, too. You can work on trying to decode mine if you have extra time from your partners. So again, if you finish up yours and your partners, you can try to decipher mine if you'd like. I did this. I did E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D. Okay. And I did 4 back, yep. Or 4 ahead. 4 ahead, yeah. Okay. So to undo my 4 ahead, Ryan makes a good point. I'm going to go 4 back. So I look at the Q. What is Q? M. Right? Let's write it right here. E is A. X. So it's math is
lit.
For real.
Yo.
No cap.
I actually said math is radical, so kind of.
Anyway, one by one, every letter in the code is 4 past each individual actual letter of the phrase. M-A-T-H. This took a little work to write, right? But did you see how easy it's kind of to use once you have it?
Yeah.
I'm a fan of just front loading that instead of sitting there thinking. I had a lot of people with blank ones that were like counting over and over. I think it's easier just to do the cipher. So that was for a +4 situation. How did we undo our +4? We went 4 sooner. So just keep that in mind as we do what we're about to do. This next part we're going to do together. Here is a theoretical message, okay? And M is the actual letter. So we're going to associate it to numbers now. So what's the 6th letter in the alphabet? A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. What's the 9th letter? I. 19th letter? S. And the 8th letter?
Actually, the
H. Now, here's the rule we're going to apply to this. We are all going to apply the rule 1 before. So please write me C, which is the number of the 1 that would be in the code, and then write the letter as well with your partner, please. And actually, I think you could finish up B and C with that as well. Who can help me out with my numbers in the alphabet if I apply my -1 rule? JP?
5, 8, 18, 7.
5, 8, 18, 7. And then who can help me out with my new word, my coded message? All right, Troy. E-H-R-G. Erg, baby. All right, next, who can help me out with an equation that can be used to encode the original? So to go from original to encoded. Ivy?
F of M equals M minus 1.
So we're going to take M minus 1, and this time we're just going to use C because we have the, but that would be the same thing, the function of M. So to get our C letter, we're going to take whatever the M was and subtract 1. Who can give me C then to undo the coding? So if we're going to go from coded, Sean?
M equals
C plus 1.
Yeah, and there's 2 ways we get there, right? We undo -1 by adding 1. Do you remember when we made all those equivalent equations back in the day, Unit 2? We did a lot of this. So this would be the inverse function. It undoes it. And it's kind of nice because if you're making a code, which one should you use? This one, right? If you're undoing code, which one should you use? This one. They both have their place. Over and over. All right. Now we're going to apply this to money. And this got me thinking, you guys know I went to Mexico at Christmas. I just dropped my brother and mom off at the airport to go. They went yesterday. I'm just like, imagining what they're doing because I like Mexico so much. By the way, they're probably bickering at each other, but we're going to work on converting some pesos, dollars and pesos. Now, when this was done, when this slide was made, about 19.32 pesos for $1 US. I checked today, it was closer to 21 pesos. But this is pretty close, and this will get her done. And this way, we're all on the same track. So I'm going to have you make the conversions and make the equations for me with your partner. I'm eyeing like 5 to 7 minutes for this, all right? I think we can get it done 5 to 7 minutes, so let's go. So who can help me out convert my $100 into pesos? All right, Meredith, what'd you do?
I multiplied $1 by
19.32, and how many pesos you get? Okay, and then someone tell me how they got $500 to be pesos. Maddie? I just couldn't hear you. You trailed off again on me there. Brendan's not helping though.
I multiply
19.32 times 500. Okay, so did anybody take our last answer and multiply by 5? That's a thing you could do as well. Okay, and what's our total pesos, Vinny? Just read it from your paper. 1,932 was 400. Now we're on 500. Yeah, that's for $100, but now we're on the 500. Just, it's 1B, 1B. But you just have to read it from your paper, bud. Okay, Troy, what you got?
$9,660.
Yeah, pesos. So if you want to sound fancy, someone be like, if you got $500, be like, how much you got? Be like 9,660 pesos. And don't tell them, you got to whisper pesos. Then they're going to think you're just rolling. That might be unsafe, though, so don't do that. Okay? Now, who can give me an equation that gets us from dollars to pesos then? Elsa? Just nice and loud. I got this blowing right here. And that's 19.32D. Yep. If I take 1932, multiply it by my dollars, I always get my pesos. All right, number 3, who can tell me how to get from pesos here to dollars? JP?
D equals.
Well, I need to, I'm just working on the 3A right now.
You have to divide by 19.52.
Okay.
And then that must be 51.7.
$51.75. Who's got 5,000 pesos into dollars for me? All right, Zeph, what am I going to do? I can't hear you.
I wasn't able to make that.
Okay, so for 1,000 pesos, I divided by 19.32 because that's how many pesos in a dollar, right? So what am I going to do to my 5,000 pesos? Yep, divide by 19.32. And how many dollars is that? It's like a calculator. Think, Sean?
$258 and 700. I'm sorry. Yes, 7 cents.
7 cents?
I got 79.
79 cents.
Okay.
There we go.
258.79. Okay.
Run my calculator.
And then who's got the other equation for me to go from pesos to dollars? Pesos to dollars, Brennan.
E equals P divided by 19.32.
There we go. And then the next part. Why would we want to have both of these? Why is there need for a function and the inverse? Ryan?
Usually because when you leave a country, you usually want to turn your money back into
Oh.
money for your
So you go to Mexico and you're going to go from dollars to pesos on the way home. You don't want to be sitting on those pesos. So pesos back to dollars. And you know you got a way to do it. That's cool, yeah. But you got to be careful. You want to cut it close because there's a fee when you exchange, right? They're not exchanging money for free. That'd be like a bad business. You just wouldn't make any money. Yeah. You guys can't go, but here's a trick. Usually casinos in Mexico have the best exchange rate. You know why? Because do they need to make the money on the exchange if they're a casino? No, they're banking on you losing it. So they don't care as much. Airports are usually not the best, but they're okay. Sure is convenient, right? So that is dollars and pesos back and forth. We can do both. Inverse function. So inverse function is the same function, just finding the other part. And we understand what they mean in context. We use them to make codes. We use them to get from pesos to dollars, dollars to pesos. All right, we're going to have you do the cool down. Show me the cool down to grab your homework. Let's get going.